Tell me if it sounds logical to you that to heal your body and mind, you have to speak to a language that you do not understand. To find peace in your mind, you have to chant the names of the gods and deities that you do not believe in. To practice a science of well-being, you have to abandon your faith and adopt a culture that is not yours. If you are a Christian, do you have to leave Jesus at the door to enter a yoga studio? If you are a Muslim, is the path of yoga totally forbidden, or has it just been mistranslated to you? For too long, the world has been sold a package deal. You needed the science of health, but in the yoga package, you were sold a religion attached to it. Now it's time to separate the science from the packaging and maybe to find a different packaging. Welcome to the Mono Yoga. Think of this jar as yoga, as it is understood and marketed today. And these colorful balls and pieces of dice and different articles represent thousands of years of cultural rituals, polytheism, paganism, pantheism that have been packed into it. Many gurus and scholars will tell you that this mixture is yoga. They teach that to become a yogi, you must be open to everything. You must be a seeker, searching for the divine in trees, animals, and in idols. Essentially, seeking the creator in the creation. But logic tells us that if every direction is the right direction, then the word direction loses its meaning. If you are taught to accept everything, then you lose your ability to identify anything. True yoga is not blind inclusion. It is about viveka, the power of logical discernment. It is the ability to distinguish the diamond from the rubble. The seekers who accept every ritual without question are not finding the truth. They are simply getting lost in the noise, in the chaos. If divinity really lies in everything, it makes me wonder, is it present in the insects and parasites? Does it truly reside in a mosquito that survives by sucking human blood? What kind of divinity that would be? But let us leave that question for another day. But buried deep underneath all of this is pure divinity. This is different from the rest, different from anything and everything. It is the one that is Ishvara, the Supreme Consciousness, the one and the only. I have used these balls and different colors of elements just as a metaphor, just to show you different kinds of practices in yoga. It is just a metaphor, nothing else. I'm talking about Ishvara, the Supreme Consciousness, which is formless, shapeless, and eternal. The pure and scientific core of yoga. In the ancient Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the ultimate goal of yoga is not to worship 1,000 forms. It is Nirvija Samadhi, the state of absolute inner silence, the cessation of the mind's fluctuation. It is Kaivalya, the absolute liberation, the ultimate solitude, attained through Ishvara Pranidhana, the unquestionable surrender to the Ishvara, to the God, to the One. Does that sound familiar now? To a monotheist, that sounds exactly like oneness. Let me ask you a simple question. Would you trade your iPhone 17, the latest, cleanest, and the most efficient guidance of monotheism, for an outdated operating system that no longer serves your spiritual integrity? Just as you do not need to be a Japanese to practice judo, you do not need to become a Hindu to practice yoga. Unless Hinduism is already your religion, faith, or dharma, whatever you call it. And in other terms, you do not become a Hindu if you practice yoga. If you align your practice with your religion, and if you filter the debris from yoga that has been corrupted by so-called gurus over the centuries. In simple terms, you do not need to seek God in everything. You do not need to seek divine in everything. I am a certified yoga teacher and a yoga therapist. I believe and I know about the science of yoga. But I refuse to believe that a system so scientifically perfect requires me to compromise my belief in one God. And Mono Yoga is not a new religion. It is a filtration process. We are here to reclaim yoga for 4 billion people on this planet who believe in one God, whether you are Muslim, Christian, or Jewish. On this channel, we are going to do something that has not been done before. We will decode the Patanjali Yoga Sutra and prove that the original text supports monotheism. Yoga not only supports monotheism, its very core essence is monotheism. But unfortunately, tons of dust and filth have been piled up on it. It is time to clear the dust and wash away the filth. I know our hands will get dirty, but I also know that in the end, it will be well worth it. We will filter out the garbage, the cultural imposition, and give you the pure, biological, and spiritual tool to connect with the one Creator. I know very well that some people will say, I'm breaking the tradition. But if tradition means keeping people in the dark, then yes, I am here to break it. If you are tired of confusion, if you want to master your body and mind without losing your soul, then you are in the right place. My name is Gazee, and this is the yogic road to oneness, the Mono Yoga. Subscribe, open your mind, and let the journey begin. Thank you.